Who do you add and drop in the final moments heading into your Week 14 Sunday slate of games? Hit me with it, and we'll break down and try and get you your W, get you the dub in Week 14. So drop a line, drop a question. What's going on? What's up, AI? Glad to have you here, my friend. Throw your comments on screen. All you notification gang, Noti squad in the house. What's up? AI, appreciate you. Brady, I appreciate you. Dollar Bill in the house. James in the house. Man in the house. Matt. What's up, Matt? Jacobs or Dobbins, man? I'm going to go Jacobs if he's playing and looks good to go. TP, what's going on? Juice. Elgin. Fernando. Bobby. Herbert or Brady? Going Herbert. Pick 2, says Matt. Mike Davis. Zeke. Amari. I'm going to go with the running backs, Matt, but you have a dilemma on your hands. It's tough. Gallman or Zeke? Gallman's probably safer, but I probably would go Zeke in hopes that he has that kind of rebound performance. But he won't be the same Zeke at all this year, but he could show glimpses of that old Zeke Elliott that I think will be there in 2021. I'm not scared off by drafting Zeke in 2021. Start Tua or Rivers? Probably Rivers, bro. I don't love either this week, but Rivers has a shot at doing something, I think. Tua, I'm not sold on yet. Everybody loves Tua. I don't know that I love Tua at all. I don't see Tua being as good as everybody thinks he's going to be. I just don't. Herbert or Lamar? Herbert safer by a lot. Deontay, AB, Godwin. Pick 2. I'm going with Deontay and Godwin. But that could go 100 different ways, bro. Not really. You could go 3. But you get what I'm saying? You know what I'm throwing down. Baby Jesus, thank you for stopping by. Flex, since Myles Gaskin is out. Gio, DeAndre Washington, Pittman, or Goddard. I'd probably go Pittman, bro. I'm feeling a little bit of that Michael Pittman goodness in Week 14 for whatever reason. But yeah, I'm going Herbert here. I like Lamar, but Herbert feels solid. So I sat out Woods this week. It worked out. Said Z-Man. Attaboy, Z-Man. Attaboy, Z-Man. All right, hit me with some more. Will Swift see a lot of touches? I don't know, bro. I don't know. We kind of got to wait and see for tomorrow. I'm going to pull up the news here in a second. Where's my phone? We'll plug in and do some news talk here. Had a tough loss this week. Sorry, Derek. Let me throw your question on the screen. All right, Derek, thank you for super chat. Derek, had a tough loss this past week. If Cooper didn't score that touchdown,
may I have another?
Would have won and the playoffs. And in the playoffs sucks. Sorry, bro. I appreciate you always being a big part of the show, and we're gonna get you the W next time. Hopefully you still got a league, Derek, that you're in. I don't know if you're saying you didn't make it in the playoffs in this league or if you've got another league. Derek, you have to have more than one league, bro. I'm pretty sure you do. What's up, Dried Ocean? Z-Man says Patrick. And thank you for super chat, Derek. I appreciate you. TP, Eckler, or Mike Davis. I go Eckler. I like Mike Davis this week, though. Tim Patrick or Brandon Cooks. I'm gonna go Cooks in that one. Dried Ocean says uphill battles. Oh wait, that was it. Here it is. Uphill battle. I'm in. Who do I roll with here? Flex, Monty, or Taylor? Probably go Monty, man, but it's not an easy call. Mike Davis or Drake? I'd probably go Mike Davis. I like both though. Less questions around Drake. You know, Drake's got a few questions walking into week 14. McKissick or Washington. Don't doubt McKissick. He's bringing it, man. Need to Ronald Jones, Gallman, Dobbins, or Mike Sanders. You mean Miles Sanders? I'd probably go Gallman and Miles. I want to say Gallman and Dobbins, but Gallman and Sanders are probably your best bets, Bill. But Bill, you might cry this week because that's hard to. You're gonna be hard pressed to get that right even like 60% of the time, bro. Let's get to the news real quick. I know you guys just flood me with questions, but let's get into the news. DeAndre Washington will be the Dolphins' Week 14 starter at running back against the Kansas City Chiefs with Gaskin going on the COVID-19 list and Ahmed nursing that shoulder injury. So it looks like Washington's gonna be, a good plug and play this week if you're hurting. So make sure if you are hurting, you check your waiver wire. Make sure DeAndre Washington isn't available. Next piece of news I want to break down here. Cameron Brate. All you Cameron Brate owners, you better be worried. Added to the Week 14 injury report with an illness and questionable for Sunday's game. Hopefully you're not starting Brate. Justin Jackson, whatever. Next. Gaskin was the big news recently. I'm not seeing a lot of big time news that we need to even worry about right now that it hasn't already been talked about. Daniel Jones, hamstring went well. The final check through on his hamstring, so Daniel Jones should be good. I think Gallman's a pretty good start for those of you with Gallman this week. Questionable for Week 14 against the Ravens would be Austin Hooper. Make sure you monitor that if you're starting Hooper. Zane Gonzalez, kicker for the Cardinals, has been ruled out for Week 14. The Cardinals promoted Mike Nugent from the practice squad to replace Gonzalez. We don't talk. That's probably the first kicker news or even kicker topic I've ever talked about in the last year and a half. So Zane Gonzalez out with a back injury. If you need a kicker and some a-hole in your league scooped up every kicker known to man, well, you got your man Mike Nugent. Whoa, sorry. You got your man Mike Nugent. Go pick him up if you need a kicker. Let me do some housekeeping real quickly. Click that. Click that. Boom. Okay, what's up, Arik? What's up, Double A? What's up, Alex, Stefan, Joseph, Dried Ocean? I'm going to do some more Q&A in a minute. Joseph, I've seen your question a couple times, so let me answer it. Wide receiver 3, Gallup, Patrick, Brown. I don't know which Brown that is, bro. I assume it's not A.J. Brown. Antonio Brown. If it's Antonio Brown, I go Antonio Brown if I've got to pick one, or Patrick. Richard Sherman doesn't expect to re-sign with the Niners. That news, little nugget right there. Another news nugget coming at you here. Frank Gore, the old man's questionable for the Week 14 tilt against the Seahawks. Not that you're starting Gore. I hope you're not. Lat Murray, knee injury, will play Week 14. Kind of think we're all hoping, if you're a Kamara owner, that Kamara's already getting stiffed out of the PPR work since Taysom Hill's arrived in that lineup. We could have used a little more, couple carries there, Lat Murray. Didn't need Lat Murray coming back this week. Carlos Hyde removed from the Seahawks injury report. Kiki QT, questionable for Week 14. Make sure you're aware of that if you've got Kiki in your lineup. Brandon with the super chat. Brandon,
Thank you for the super chat. May I have another?
What's good, Smitty? You demand, and I appreciate your content and advice. Should I start Kenyon Drake versus the Giants or J.K. Dobbins versus the Browns for running back 2 full PPR? Let's give Brandon our full attention because he is a boss at super chatting. I want everybody to answer this question in the chat right now. Do you start J.K. or Drake in week 14? Let's help our fellow super chatting beast out. Brandon. All Camaro owners hate Taysom Hill. That's from Twitchville. What's up? What's up, Bull? Glad to have you here, man. Mark Cleveland in the house. Mark, what do you got? Give me something, Mark. I'll throw it on the screen. Drake is safer, says Ronaldo. Drake, in my opinion, says Rivera, sorry. Add letters to your name, bro. Drake says Z-Man. Mark, I'm waiting for your question. Hopkins, Diggs, MT, pick 3. Hopkins, Diggs, MT, Ridley. Oh God. I don't know how to answer that question, man. You got insane wide receivers. JK, if Drake plays, start him. Drake safer. Drake is the overwhelming winner of this vote, bro. So Brandon, I'm gonna say if Drake looks good, in the morning go Drake. But he's got to look good. News has to be nice and kind to Kenyon. Chris Carson removed from the Seahawks injury report. Good to go. Logan Thomas or Jonnu. Jonnu should play. I kind of think Jonnu's got more upside, but a tad more risk. But if you want it steady, or you're not going to get a big game that Jonnu could drop, but you might get more guaranteed points with Thomas. I kind of lean Jonnu. Start 3 PPR: Deontay Johnson, Michael Thomas, Allen Robinson, or AJ Brown. I'm not sitting MT. I'm not sitting AJ Brown. And while I want to tell you to go Deontay, I even did a little Instagram thing where I did a bold prediction for a stat line, and I said 100 yards and 2 TDs, 2 tutties for Deontay this week. He still drops a lot of passes. He can have that home run game like that, or get you, very little. So, as much as I want to predict big things for Deontay, it's hard to sit any one of those other wide receivers, man. Hunt or DeAndre Washington? I'm going Hunt, man. I'm not picking up a guy off waivers that's playing for a guy that just went on COVID and putting him in there over Kareem Hunt. I just can't do it. Herbert or Brady? I go Herbert. Hunter Henry or Tunyon? I go Tunyon. Smitty, Deontay Johnson, or Robbie Anderson? In that case, I do go Deontay. Double A says, how do you have Aaron Rodgers and Wilson? Oh, he's answering someone else, or asking somebody else a question. Tannehill or Brady? I go Brady. Pick 2, Godwin, Deontay, Robbie, Cooks, AB Standard. I go Godwin and Deontay. If it's me, Lamar or Kyler, I go Kyler. Mark Cleveland with the super.
Thank you for the super chat. May I have another?
Thank you, Mark. I got to pick 2 of these, unfortunately. Sanders, Hunt, Mostert, DeAndre. Mark, I'm really, really happy. I haven't heard from you in a little while. I'm really, really happy that you're still in the mix and you won your playoff matchup, because you're asking me about a team that I recognize here. And Mark, I knew you'd have DeAndre Washington. Somehow, some way, Mark, I knew you'd pick up the only guy probably left in your league, because your league is deep as hell and there's no one available in your league. I remember. I knew you'd somehow have him. So pick 2, Sanders, Hunt, Mostert, or Washington. Guys, help Mark out with some groupthink in the chat. I want an answer. Pick 2, Sanders, Hunt, Mostert, or DeAndre Washington. I'm going to say Sanders and Hunt. It's really hard for me to put Mostert on the bench, I'm not going to lie. But I feel like we don't know how they're going to divide up those carries. I feel like you could say the same thing about Hunt and Sanders, though. But for me, I'm going to go Sanders and Hunt. I think Sanders at least has the upside to do some damage. Let's help out Mark, though. So please drop who you would go with and help Mark out. Start 3, Jefferson, Metcalf, Ridley, or A.J. Brown. I don't know how I'm going to put A.J. Brown on the bench, but I kind of have to, Alex. And go with the other 3 wide receivers. Sanders and Hunt says Dried Ocean. Herbert or Lamar? I go Herbert. Pick 3, Carson, Connor, Gordon, Jacob, Standard. Almost said Shepard. My eyes are failing me. Carson, Connor, Gordon, Jacobs. Pick 3. Take Gordon out. Billy. Sanders and Mostert says Andy. Sanders and Hunt says Dried Ocean. Hunt and Mostert says Z-Man. Mark, we're all over the map here. I wish I was helping you and not hurting you. Because now everybody's going to confuse the hell out of you. Hunt and Mostert. Hunt and Sanders. Hunt and Mostert. Sanders and Mostert. We're all over the map. We're all over the map. One of my mods hit 629 right there. Somebody get rid of that. Hunt and Mostert. What's up? KUGS AA. It's hard to pick, I know. What's up, Smitty? What's up, Bender? Connor, CEH, Connor, Evans Standard. CEH, Connor, Evans Standard. I don't know how many you need, but I probably would go. I think Connor feels a little safer than he should, but I just feel like they're going to use him. And I think I'd go Clyde and Connor, or Evans and Connor. I'd probably start Connor, though. Anybody else have any opinions for Mark? Mark, again, I'd probably go Sanders and Hunt, but I'm not going to lie, I don't feel great about it. So if your gut tells you to go Mostert, don't trust your gut, because I'm barely leaning Hunt and Sanders there. But Mark, I always appreciate your super chat, and message me after if you want to go over that more. Because I just feel like, let's look up Mostert real quick, and then I got these super chats here. Let's look up Mostert. Let me see how Mostert's been doing. Because I feel like I didn't see a lot of his runs last week, and I think I need to refresh my memory. Because I know he only had like 10 carries, right? Okay, Mostert, 9 carries last week for 42 yards, 4.7 a pop though. I was watching the red zone last week, and they didn't cut to a lot of Mostert's runs, so I felt a little cheated. And usually I watch ESPN and rewatch all the big plays and all that. That's the downside of red zone sometimes, is that you miss some of the non-exciting work for some of these running backs. So 42, 9 carries. News on Mostert seems... My trackpad is like jacked up. Both Wilson and Mostert are running back 3 plays heading into week 14. Yeah, I just don't trust that workload yet. Not that you could say that Hunt's workload is guaranteed or that he doesn't have a lot of risk, but that's the way I'm going to roll, Mark. Final answer. Akers or Swift rest of season? Bro, that's a close one. Probably Akers until we see Swift bounce back, which we can, and we might. We need to have that conversation next week, bro. That's tough right now. Hey, Smitty, I need help. Wide receiver 2. This is by Print. Thank you, Gain.
Thank you for the super chat. May I have
I need some help. Wide receiver 2 and flex. Ayuk, AB, Hollywood, Boyd, Lamb, or Hunt. Scary Terry in my wide receiver 1. So Scary Terry's locked in. I'm going to go Hunt as your flex, probably. And then I'm going to go with AB, personally. That would be my call. I don't blame you for going Ayuk instead of AB. Hollywood is tough to trust right now, although I like what we're seeing. Double A says he'd rather have Akers over Swift. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Arik! Godwin, Pittman, T.Y., or Hollywood. I'm going Godwin. I know he's the big name, the easy pick. Maybe Pittman outscores him. Pittman's crafty. If you're feeling crafty, Arik, you're unorthodox, Arik. Look at how you spell your name. Maybe you go Pittman here, and you throw everybody for a loop, and then Pittman has 100 and a touchdown, and you look like a genius, bro. And people are like, damn, that Arik. I feel like I'd go Godwin if this is my call. I don't think I could sit the big name player. Look at all of our tweeters. Our Twitch is going crazy, as Mom would say. Tracy, do you have any mods in here? Yes, Tracy, we do. Why? Are we getting some craziness going on? Have to go Godwin. I need to have a Twitch mod. I need to have a Twitch mod. I have YouTube. Oh, I have YouTube mods, but I think I need a Twitch mod. You want to be my Twitch mod, bro? Tracy, you want to be my Twitch mod? DM me on IG, okay, Tracy? King 15, Philly King 15, and Tracy on Twitch. DM me. Go on IG, the Fantasy Football Show. DM me on IG. I want to make you both mods potentially over on Twitchville, because we might need you. There's some people dropping some BS in the Twitch world. Would you play Debo and Ayuk? No, I would not play both. Thank you, Philly. I don't know, bro, on this. Arik, I'm sorry I got sidetracked there. Pittman's kind of crafty, but I think you gotta probably go Godwin. Super chat isn't working for me, says Dario. Dario, it could be. Are you sure you're allowed to on that device? You don't have it disabled. You could always PayPal it. I'm just saying. PayPal it. PayPal it, boy. Dario. You could do it to Smitty at this site right here, Dario. If I see it come through, I'll read off whatever question you want. You can then email me the question there. So Smitty at sleeperu.com. And then I'll email me at that same email address, and I'll read your question off. I've never been on Twitch. What is that? AA. It's like another streaming service. Basically, it started out for gaming, but their fantasy shows on here, like the Fantasy Football Show. Ty and Brandon Cooks half PPR. Ty's been playing pretty decent lately. I don't know, man. I guess Cooks is Cooks healthy though? Let's see if Cooks is playing. Dude has concussions all the time. Questionable for week 14. You got to go Ty until unless you hear these for sure in. So Arik, I would go Godwin, but I wouldn't fault you at all for going Pittman. Like if you're leaning Pittman, you could probably talk me into Pittman pretty quickly. JC, I missed your super chat. Hold on. My computer's acting up, or my mouse is, my tripod. Everything's freezing, locking up. JC with the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat. May I have another?
Thank you, JC. First league. My third wide receiver, Chark or Parker. Let's look him up. I want to see what Parker did last week. I don't have his exact stat line off the top of my head. Believe it or not, I don't remember everything. All right, JC, here we go. 4 for 35. The week prior, though, 14 targets for 119, 8 receptions the week before that. 6 for 61 in the TD. 3 bad games in a row the bye week. He hasn't been like ultra consistent at all. And do you blame him? I mean, he's got a carousel of garbage constantly being, not garbage, but I mean, I don't know. I don't like Tua like everybody else does. I think people are getting real excited about a quarterback that I don't know has that it factor, in my opinion. Chark, nothing. Well, I mean, 4 receptions for 40 yards isn't nothing, but he hasn't had a big game. He's had like 1 or 2 big games this year. 2 TDs in week 4. But he did have 146 and 1 in week 9. Chark is so hard to evaluate right now. It's not his fault. I'm going to go with Chark in this one, man. I'm going to go with Chark. Second league. Thank you, JC, again for the super chat. Second league at flex, Godwin or Gallman. Gallman's safer. And I don't want to say Godwin's even got all that much more upside. He kind of does a little bit, but not enough to where I'm that worried. I mean, if you need safety, man, Gallman's safe. Touches will be there. Defense is good. Sometimes spells a whole lot of running. And then QB Herbert or Josh Allen or Brady. I'm going to Herbert, man. I'm going to Herbert this week. I know we've been picking Allen. You've been asking me this question each week. And I just feel like Herbert's going to have a big bounce back game. But I wouldn't blame you for going Allen. I really wouldn't. And you could split it. I know you got a lot of leagues where you have both. I wouldn't be opposed to you just like splitting it down the middle, man. Juice. What's up, Baker? Baker, touchdown maker. We ain't forget. Yeah, Baker, bro. Baker has me skeptical. I was a big buyer into Baker Mayfield. He looks good right now, but I don't even care, man. I was so high on him last year. Can't trick me twice. Ronald Jones. Thank you, JC. Ronald Jones or Drake. If Drake's good to go, bro, Drake. God, I look skinny now, scrawny. I need to start working out. We're gonna do it on the show. Watson or Herbert? I'm going Herbert. We gotta get a little bigger, man. I look like a scrawny piece of poo. Watson or Herbert? I'm going Herbert. Going Herbert. Rojo, Sanders, Clyde, pick 2. Sanders and Clyde. David with the super chat. Thank you, David. Let me put you on the screen here. Sorry, David, I'm working out. I don't mean to be rude. Pick 2. Running back 2 or flex. Hunt, DeAndre, Washington, Lazard, Perriman. Really want to bench Hunt and start Lazard. No, I start Hunt, bro. I start Hunt. Ugh. Bad form. Well, I'm in a chair, Noah. Noah's critiquing my form. I'm in a freaking chair, Noah. Ugh. What is this, 25? Ugh. Taylor or Clyde? How many was that? Smitty, that weight is light. Noah's always complaining. I gotta move my chair over. Smitty, that weight is light work. I expect more, Smitty, says Nitro. Who else? That was 2, Smitty. I think this is 3, right? And I'm in a chair. 4. Dude, I'm not benching Hunt. Pick 2, running back, flex, Hunt, DeAndre. I'd probably go Lazard, and Hunt. If you have a good feeling about Lazard, go Lazard, but don't bench Hunt. Smitty not getting any gains with little weight, bro. You gotta cut it up, bro. I'm cutting it up. Ugh. It's hot in here already. I'm sweating. Hunt is nothing special. Why aren't you benching him? Noah, I hate to do this because we said this on IG, but you're so negative lately. You're being negative like, who is it? Karen. We were calling you Karen on IG, like they do all the kids make fun of the, what do they call the guys? The older guys, call them Ted or Ed, and the older females they call them Karens. Now I'm sweating. Turn the fan on. Hunt hasn't done shit lately, says Noah. Chris Carson or Calvin Ridley? Julio Jones is out. You start Ridley, bro. I mean, find a way to get Carson. Eagle, you got to find a way to get Carson and Ridley into your lineup, though, because I do like Carson this week. Negative Nancy. Yeah, we call him Negative Nancy, but also Negative Karen. Come on, Noah. Noah number 2. Maybe we need to graduate this Noah into Noah number 1. We'll start calling Noah Moon Noah number 2. Noah number 1 says start 2 Swift, Taylor, Lockett, Robbie. I'm gonna go Swift and Lockett. I feel like those are the 2 safest plays. Noah number 1 says I'm better than Noah. No problem, Eagle. Larry says I need Julio back next week. Julio may not come back. Hate to break it to you. It's not like confirmed, but Noah tells himself to shut up. I gotta play Murray, and I hate it. Lat Murray. Start 2 Watkins, Washington. That's all you're going to give me? Those options? Mark says, start 2 in PPR. Watkins or Washington? I guess I'm going to go with Watkins and Washington, bro. What's up, Boozy? How's my fantasy basketball team? Let's see if I can brush up on my fantasy b-ball. Kyrie Giannis, Colin, CP3. Not bad, Claudio. I don't know if Chris Paul is still balling at fantasy. You know, if he stays healthy, maybe he will. Brady and Murray. I'm going to go Murray. Start 1, Elliott, Drake, JT, Davis, Dobbins. Elliott. Where's Luca? This is Nitro. What's up, Smitty? Gordon, Robbie, or Parker? Robbie, safest. Parker has a little more risk, but maybe more upside. So you got to pick your poison there. CEH, Dobbins, or Beasley. Half PPR, pick one. Give me Clyde. I know you're not going to like that, half of you, but last week has nothing to do with this week. Give me Clyde. Start 2. Watkins, Aguilar, Perriman, Washington. Now we're talking, and I still don't know how to answer this, Mark. That's tough. I mean, lock in Washington because of volume. Maybe Perriman, but I mean, those aren't great options. I'm not gonna lie. Clyde is polarizing if they use them. Herbert or Allen. This is so tough, bro. I go back and forth, but I've been telling JC on here to go with Herbert if in this situation. But if you had like 2 side-by-side situations where you had Herbert and Allen in one league and Herbert and Allen in another league, I'd probably split them and go one on one and one on the other. It's a really, really tough question. D-Hop, Thielen, AB, Lockett, pick 2. Lock in D-Hop. And honestly, man, as much as I like Lockett and AB, it's not close. Thielen. Thielen's been dealing lately. Herbert or Lamar, I'm going Herbert. I'm going Hubert. I think I answered this one, Dario, right? Yeah, Clyde. I'm going Clyde. You're not crazy to go Dobbins. I'm not saying Dario not to find a way to get Dobbins in your lineup as well. I love both of them this week. I do really like Dobbins. I want to make that very, very clear. Abundantly clear. If backed into a corner, I'd probably start Clyde. But I want to find a way to get both in there. I think I answered this one, Lazard. Thank you for the super chat again, David. Appreciate it. I appreciate it, David. Please answer this question, Justin. Gaskin out, COVID just in time to ruin my season, says Larry. Larry, if Gaskin was going to win you the league, I doubt that, but I know it doesn't help. But you'll be okay. Who else do you have, bro? Smitty, please answer this question. Hilton, Crowder, or Swift? If Swift is playing, bro, the answer is Swift. I swiftly answer that question. You bet, big dog. Make sure you don't start D-Hop, says Noah, number 2. Sure, Noah. D-Hop can't. D-Hop was double teamed his entire career in Houston. Like, he knows he's the best receiver in the league, and he knows it. He knows it. You heard the clip. Sup, buddy? Always like seeing you in the chat of the ESPN Fantasy Focus Show. Thank you. And thank you for showing up, Music. I appreciate you coming by. I saw Music in there, and I told him to come by the show. Do you like the show, Music? I hope you like it. And I do like to pop into ESPN and say hello to all the fine people in there, and they do a good job. Matthew Berry is the GOAT. I can admit it. But let me know how you like the show, Music. I knew you'd like it. I knew if we got you over here, bro, you'd pitch your tent. This would be your new home. How do you like Akers going forward? Honestly, I like him for weeks 15 through 16, 17 if you play it a lot, because I think the volume is going to be there. I think as much as I hate counting on McVay and that Rams coaching staff who screw up the running back workload and position and I mean, honestly, I feel like Henderson's way better than people think, and we'll never know it. We'll never know it. They gave him a good shot and good run this year. He did pretty good at times. People were getting excited about him, so it's not like Henderson failed. But based on how much they used Akers, how he delivered, I can honestly say, and this coming from a guy that didn't like Akers a lot heading into the season, that he's money probably moving forward. Now, I think he'll get overdrafted. I think people are going to have knee-jerk reactions and draft this guy way too high, especially if he finishes the season really strong. We will see. So far, so good. Got a question. Some people were worried about Cousins against Tampa because he sucks on the road, but he's hot right now. Should I roll him out there over Big Ben? This one could backfire on me, and so please trust your gut. All of you trust your gut. Always. But I can't say Big Ben. I think Big Ben is a really good play this week. I know Cousins could drop 3 TDs at any moment. I mean, he's got Justin Jefferson and Thielen. Thielen feels like a lock for a touchdown. Jefferson feels like a lock for a touchdown. And bro, you know, that in its own, like, that's feels like a guaranteed 2 touchdowns. Oh, did I get a PayPal yet? Who was going to PayPal me? Is it Dario? Dario, I got my email open in case you do. So I'm going Big Ben, music. I'm going Big Ben, bro. Akers, keeper in 5th round, or Jefferson 10. Give me Jefferson. I like Akers a lot, and the only reason I'm hesitating at all is because I think people are going to overvalue him. I'm not saying Akers can't be great, but people are going to be like all over him, making him like, if he finishes strong, making him like top 15 overall pick. So your trade value could be higher with the Akers keep here. But I'd probably take Jefferson in the 10th round. That is great value, man. I love Jefferson moving forward. As a running back, though, trade value-wise, if you weren't going to keep Akers, if you felt like you were a little worried about him, Akers could get you more in trade. But I love Jefferson that late. That's insane value, man. Pick 2. Thank you, Dario, for the super chat. Looks like you got the super chat working out. Pick 2.
Thank you for the super chat. May I have another?
Don't get greedy, computer. Pick 2. Chark, Dobbins, Hunt, Bernard. I'm going to go Dobbins and Hunt.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
I am not sure either. You guys got some tough questions this week, but I'm leaning Dobbins and Hunt. Bernard could outscore everybody there. Chark could have 145 yards and a touchdown. Trust your gut. I feel like Dobbins and Hunt as the running backs, looking at some good guaranteed, workload. I'm leaning that way. Akers or Barkley in Dynasty, bro? Barkley by a mile. Congrats on the little one. Pick 2. Thank you. Devontae Parker, Claypool, Marvin Jones. Marvin does good when Galladay's out for the most part. Please subscribe. Hit the thumbs up on your way in the door. I'm going to lean Claypool and Parker in this one, but I do like Marvin Jones. Don't let me sway you if you're on the fence about it and you're leaning one way. I'm barely in the direction of going Parker over. That's a tough one, man. Tough one. Parker over Jones. I'm locking in Claypool though. So thank you, Double A. Pick 3, Antonio Brown, Jarvis Landry, Hollywood Brown, T.Y. in Washington. Antonio, Jarvis, and Hollywood. If you want to go safety, you're not looking for that home run potential, then go Washington over Hollywood. Thank you, Gain. I appreciate you. Music, I'd answer people that pay me first too. Who wouldn't? Smitty's obviously a good guy. We'll get the other questions. I'm answering as many as I can. Who's complaining about me not answering questions? I'm trying as fast as I can. Anyone have any thoughts on Marvin Jones versus Parker? And thank you, Music, for standing up for me. Anyone have any thoughts on Marvin Jones versus Parker? Can you guys drop a line for Double A? Marvin or Parker? Drop it. Kyle, are you causing Shiat? Let me look for Kyle's question. Let me please Kyle. How do you feel about Ayuk this week? Kyle, your question wasn't that far up there, bro. I feel that Ayuk has wide receiver 4 tattletailing. They'll tattletale on you quick, Kyle. Kyle, take a lap.
Take a lap.
Where's my music? Kyle, I think Ayuk has wide receiver 3-4 value. I'm not like sitting at Jefferson or Ridley. I get some, and you might laugh at that, but you get some weird damn questions on a weekly basis when you have the services I have, like at sleeperu.com. You can email me. at heysmitty.com. You can call me. You need to take a few laps to get this weight off. Me too, bro. I've been lifting, actually. I've been lifting. Where's my weight? Where's my weight? Okay, there we go. I'm thinking Ayuk's good for 70 total yards and a touchdown, bro. So depending on your options, that will slot him into your wide receiver 3 or not. I'm not sure. T. Higgins or Claypool. Higgins is a bit safer, Nathaniel. Claypool has a little bit more upside, but a tad more risk. So you need to pick your poison, young man, and know that Claypool is a favorite of mine each week. I'm a little biased toward it, so make a call. Most underrated receiver right now, Noah says, and Ayuk. He's still a wide receiver 3, man. You're not benching big name wide receivers for Ayuk in an offense where they could change it up at any moment and give all the work to another wide receiver. I do love Ayuk. 70 yards and a touchdown is what I said that he's probably money for. So depending on your options, Noah, that could mean that he's your number 2 or 3. Maybe on one of your teams, Noah, he's your number 1 wide receiver. I'm just saying, bro. Tyreek, I'm benching Tyreek for Ayuk, says Larry. Ayuk or Beasley? That's where you're going to find... I got to get these guns up, bro. Jeez. I look like a scrawny... I look like I could lose to Nate Robinson in a boxing match. By the way, I purchased the Logan Paul versus Mayweather fight. And I will be watching it and streaming my reaction through the whole show. So, if you don't have anything planned for that fight night, and you don't feel like ordering the fight, you can watch me watch it. I'll be streaming that bad boy. I'll be on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and talking to you guys as the fight goes down. And I will be calling it play by play. And when it's the fight, it's February 20th, I believe. So I want all of you to show up here. I'll be streaming myself. I obviously can't show the fight, but streaming myself. Watch the fight. Yeah, Mayweather's going to take him out. I will admit, I thought when Nate Robinson was going to fight Jake Paul, that Nate Robinson was going to probably beat him. Because he's a pro athlete. I know fighting's different. But I'm like, Nate Robinson's a strong dude. He's smaller, but I thought he'd stand a chance. And so now I'm not too sure, man. I'm pretty positive Mayweather's going to rock his world. But you never know. It's 2020, bro. This will be 2021, though. They should have fought in 2020. Logan or Jake Paul. I keep calling him Logan. Jake Paul should have fought him in 2020. He could have beat him in 2020. Mayweather versus Paul, like Alabama versus Sun Belt. Done from the beginning. Yeah, he's got to get smoked, right? Like, Mayweather's getting older, but still. Smitty, PPR, Zeke, or Thomas for flex. Mike Thomas? I'm going to go Mike Thomas. New York, Washington, or Kansas City. New York. I'm going to go... I don't know, man. Let me look this up. Defenses are always such a tough call. Because you want to play matchups, but at the same time, there are certain defenses that find ways to score. And I'm kind of feeling like KC's that type of defense. I'm going with KC. I think KC will find a way to score a touchdown. I think KC's going to do well. Seattle going to feast this week, says Kyle. Giants are playing great, and Kyler turns the ball over. Yeah, Giants aren't a bad play. I got some Twitch people following. We're getting a little bit bigger on Twitch. I want to thank Maca2T for the follow on Twitch. I'm gonna start yelling out my Twitch. Everybody, in fact, I want everybody to go to Twitch right now and follow me. I'm gonna shout out every one of you that follow me on Twitch right now. So I got my email up. I can see every single one of you that come through. In fact, I'm gonna pump a set out. I'm gonna pump a set out while I wait for my Twitch follows. Go. Okay? I got Maca2T. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Look, Dave says he just subbed. You subbed on YouTube, Dave. I appreciate you. But right now, anybody that follows me on Twitch, I'm gonna shout you out because I'm gonna see it come through right now. Oh, look at Third. Third is in here. Third Eye. Thank you, Third Eye. I'm gonna pump out a set, Third Eye. Choose 2. Half PPR. Swift, Edmonds, Mike Williams, Higgins, Boyd. Pick 2. Swift is a lock. Higgins and Swift, bro. Oh, I'm gonna get ripped on the show. How many is that? Somebody counting for me? A little harder in a chair. Trey on Twitch. Maca2T, you're welcome. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. Anyone running Packers D out this week? I'm sure a few are. Will Chicago manage to get an actual QB next year? I don't know. Based Jaws, and Jaws is on Twitch. Thank you, Jaws. I don't know, man. Probably not at the rate that they handle their business. Easy dub tomorrow, says Noah. Weird on Twitch. What's up, Weird? Smitty, should I give Herbert another chance or start Tannehill? Chris!
Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap.
Chris, come on, bro. You're going to get another one, Chris.
Take a lap.
Chris, the reason I'm being hard on you right now, and I apologize. Where's your comment? Here it is, Chris. Should you give Herbert another chance like he's on his last leg with you? The last straw? Herbert has done more for you this year than that, bro. This is like that Seinfeld episode where Jerry doesn't take care of his car and the mechanic can't handle it, so he drives off with the car. And Jerry calls him and says, "Give me my car back." He's like, "You don't take care of it, Jerry." Like, I'm going to take Herbert off your team, Chris. Chris, let me also say this, though. That when almost 80%, when I go off on something like this, the opposite happens. So that means that Tannehill will outscore Herbert tomorrow. Just so you know. Willaday 97, DeAndre Washington, Swift, and Willaday's on Twitch, by the way. So is Jaws. We got a lot of tweeting going on right now. Herbert, haircut curse. DeAndre Washington, Swift, or I'm going with Swift, bro. Swift's playing you. You play Swift. Willaday, you go Swift. He's playing, you go Swift. Somebody's telling on you, Kyle. Somebody said that you said Herbert is going to go off. Screw Twitch. Who else uses that? Noah. No, negative. There goes Karen again. Noah, you should change your YouTube name to Karen Moon. It's just for shits and giggles, bro. Do it for the show. Cousins, Taysom Hill, or Brady? Brady's safest. Hill has a tiny bit more upside, but more potential, maybe. A little bit more ceiling. Smitty, I like that Captain America bobblehead behind you. Yes, sir. Injured. Bust! It's like my bust wall. When I got all those bobbleheads, I'm like, Lamar, Barkley, Mike Thomas, Captain America, Jon Snow Dog. I mean, every one of them's completely obsolete. That was like the Hall of Fame. That was like the dream team right there. Barkley, Lamar, Mike Thomas, Captain America, the Jon Snow Dog, dead. Not doing movies because of COVID. I don't know what the hell Mike Thomas's problem is. Lamar, what the hell's his problem? Barkley out for the year. Couldn't be a worse group of players and actors I could have lined up there. All non-existent. Zero points. 0 points. 4 points. 5 points a game, probably. Done for the year. I would never have guessed that lineup would have failed me. And you want to know something else? It took me 4 or 5 years in an expert dynasty league. Money league, expert dynasty league. It's been around for like 8-10 years, something like that. Took me 4 or 5 years to build this team because I wanted to do the four-headed monster. Barkley, Alvin Kamara, Christian McCaffrey, Deshaun Watson. Yeah, my wide receivers are like John Brown, Hollywood Brown, bunch of, scrubs, but granted, that's what you're going to expect when you have a team like that. My worst team this year, and I thought it was going to drop loads in that league. And of course, McCaffrey and Barkley being out, I've done literally, one of the worst teams in that league. But what a crazy year. Barkley, Kamara, Christian McCaffrey, Deshaun Watson. It took me 5 years to slowly grab this and then trade 2 for 1. Slowly grab enough talent, trade it for McCaffrey. Slowly grab enough talent, get Kamara. Kamara, Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, Watson, John Brown, Hollywood, whatever. Got blasted, bro. Why do you have to be right about Sanders? Austin. Oh, you're talking about Miles Sanders? Bro, I tried to warn everybody. I'm not saying I've landed everything, like my Drake call. I feel like Drake should be doing what I predicted, though. He's so talented. Clyde, same thing. Situation, I missed on Clyde, but I still don't feel wrong about his talent, and I don't think he still could potentially turn into what I'm talking about. Sometimes I'm a year early. For those of you that follow me on sleeperu.com, my bold predictions oftentimes are a year early. Don't give up on Clyde. Don't give up on Drake. The good news is both of them will be very, very cheap heading into 2021, so having faith in them isn't going to cost you an arm and a leg. You should be able to get both of them at a discount at a low risk, high upside type of valuation. I'm not saying I land everything, but my bust predictions were on freaking point in 2020. Like I don't think I've ever called so many bust calls correct in 20 than I did in 2020 with Mixon, Fournette, which I took heat. Like everyone has short memories. I took so much heat for my Leonard Fournette doubt when he was still in Jacksonville in January, coming off a 70 reception season, and I did a no Fournette video. Sanders and who was the other one? There was the other big name. These were the biggest avoids for 2020. Like writing on the wall to avoid these guys. Who was the other one? There was another big name one. JP, who was it? Yeah, almost everybody in the top 40 busted. Eric, love the show. Should I go with Duke Johnson or Christian Kirk PPR? I'm going Kirk. I think Kirk has more upside. Just when you sit him, he has that big game. so many busts here. So many busts, man. Denzel Mims, 7th. 7th in market share of air yards. Breakout, to be honest. Yeah, ball is life. I like Mims. I've always liked Mims, man. Like I told all of you in my previous video, that in 2020, the best strategy. Where's my marker? Where's my marker? Where did my marker go? I swear I lose a marker a day. But in 2020, I'm trading out of this round entirely, if I can. And, oh, Eric's got a question. Oh, no, Eric already got you. Thank you for the super chat, Eric. I appreciate you, Eric.
Thank you for the super chat. May I have another?
So I think I'm going to trade this pick into the second round. And so if I have my original second rounder, we'll make the traded second rounder square the original circular. Actually, we'll make the ones traded for red. So trading for this one. Move this one into here. Move my 4th and my 5th rounder. We'll put 6. We'll see if we can get the 6 in. So moving that one into here, moving that one into here, and moving this one into here. This is what I'm trying to do in 2021. This is the way to go. This is how you protect yourself from injury. This is how you divide a $100 bill into multiple 20s. Instead of, rolling into the season with one or two big names. The guy goes down like McCaffrey and you're done. This is how you get yourself a, Hopkins. Elliott could fall into this range. People are crazy about Elliott right now. How do I expect Noah to be negative? Karen, back off, Karen. Ridley. And that's my favorite when someone says, who would trade that many picks? Noah, have you not watched any of my videos? Like, honestly, I make these trades every single year. So it's head scratching when somebody comes to me and says, how do you do that? No one makes those trades. Nobody makes those trades, Smitty. Well, tell me how I do it every year. Tell me how I have hundreds of people a year watch my trade video and they say, bro, I used your trade scenario, your trading draft pick video that I found 4 months ago. It's how I found you, Smitty. I love the show. And I have a team that nobody will trade with me now. I've ostracized myself. Give me another name. Who else are we throwing in here? Second rounder. Let's call it... you could say like one of these picks would be Kelsey. So let's put Kelsey here. If he doesn't go in the first round, but he might go here. So Hopkins at one of those picks. Chubb. J-Rob will probably be a first rounder, Larry, if I had to guess. MT. So if one of these picks, we'll just put MT here. See, go a little bit higher. But tell me that team isn't going to be insane. Kelsey, MT, Elliott, Ridley, Hopkins. You could literally stockpile all guys that have potential first round value by making these insane trades. I do agree, Mr. B. You might see DK is another good one. DK could go in the first, but let's say Kelsey didn't go in the first. Put DK here. team is fire. And you know what else? I don't care if some of the wide receivers got hurt this year. I still trust wide receivers to not get hurt more than running backs because of the season ending stuff. I kind of like... round 1, 2, 3, 4. I kind of like this approach in 2021. I know it's going to be crazy. I know a lot of people are going to call it crazy. I again would try my best to trade this in to here, which would afford me to move like this up to here, which in turn I would again move to here. But let's just, for now, for making the argument simple, let's just say I go wide receiver. So if we say Adams, let's make the receiver or the player in red. Let's say we go Adams, DK. What wide receiver do you guys like in the 3rd round in 2021? Toss out a wide receiver. Give me a 3rd round wide receiver, people. I'm going to look up on my rankings to see where I think somebody's going to go in the 3rd next year that I'm going to like a lot given the cost. AJ Brown. Corey Davis ain't going in the 3rd round, bro. Ridley, dude, I hope Ridley's in the 3rd round. Kyle, does anybody think Ridley will fall to the 3rd round? I don't think so. Yeah, Corey Davis is ridiculously high, David. Dave, I'm sorry, Dave.
Take a lap. Take a
But
lap.
I like Corey Davis, bro, but 3rd round? Dario, you sent me 5. I'm sorry, Dario. Dario, I don't see it, but I trust you. Can you email me your question? Or type it in the chat. I don't see it though, Dario. Are you sure you sent it to Smitty at? Did you send it to Sleeper? You Sleeper U, right? Smitty at sleeperu.com with the letter U, Dario. Sleeperu.com, Dario. You gotta remember the U, bro. Traded Diggs for him last year. Yeah, a lot of people hate Galladay this year. Oh, it shows up in the chat? Okay, I thought you PayPal'd me. You meant you did a super chat with PayPal. I did answer your question. I had a super chat up above, Dario, that was yours. And I said, hey, Dario, looks like you were able to super chat me. So hold on. I'm going to look for it, Dario. Dario! Here it is. Thank you, Dario. Curious to know your thoughts on football cards. Some of your big calls have helped my investments. My Allen and Herbert rookie cards have blown up. Dario, I'd like to hear that. That's great, bro. I don't do a lot of football card buying, but maybe I should. You're giving me some ideas, you know, trying to predict what cards are going to go through the roof in value. I like it, Dario. Maybe I'll buy a card with your super chat, bro. I appreciate you. Jefferson, Diggs. If you could get Ridley here, I think Ridley's going in the 2nd round, man. You know what the crazy part is with Julio out? If Julio's out for the whole year, Ridley's going to go in between the 2nd and the 3rd round. You're not going to be able to get Ridley in the late 2nd round because Ridley's going to go off. But if Julio returns or if Ridley struggles for whatever reason, then I could see Ridley going in the late 2nd, but I don't think Ridley's going in the 3rd round. If Ridley goes into the 3rd round, I'm basically going to just make my YouTube show from January until kickoff of September, the Calvin Ridley show. Like every video will be Calvin Ridley, draft him, Calvin Ridley. Hey guys, I'm here to talk about Calvin Ridley. Welcome to the Calvin Ridley show with your host, Calvin Ridley. Everything's gonna be about Calvin Ridley. I do TikTok, Kyle. The fantasy football show, bro. Yeah, but no way, he's not gonna fall off if he blows up the rest of the year. We'll just put Diggs here. This would be a fun approach. I guess you could say that this could be running back if the wide receivers feel kind of iffy there. So I wouldn't be opposed to going running back here, especially if you could land like a running back that is super undervalued. Let's say you get, let's look at the running backs. Let's say you get a Josh Jacobs here. Like I could see Jacobs falling depending on his finish, but that would be a fire start right there. Adams, DK, Jacobs. I think the Adams and DK players in this range are a lot safer than the running backs you're going to be taking here. It's for me in 2020. Let me go through my top like 10. So in 2020, my number 1 overall is CMC. That's not going to change. I don't care what he did in 2020 or what he didn't do. Number 2 is going to be Cook. Give me Dalvin Cook, number 2. Number 3 for right now, this could change. Kamara, but you know, if we keep seeing Kamara not get utilized in the passing game, this has not been that many games in a row where Kamara has been, you know, basically ripped apart from the receiving game and not utilized. But this, I could see him falling if that continued. So I'm just making that point known now. Henry in redraft, or we're talking redraft. Number 5, I think Barkley for me. I know everyone's going to say, oh, he's hurt, he's going to take forever to get back. This is a superhuman. And we saw AP bounce back from an ACL tear in a way that we've never seen before. And AP, in my opinion, and Barkley, these are two very, very similar individuals in terms of work ethic, body, healing, ability, pure talent, physicality. And Barkley's, you know, lower body is so strong that I think he's going to recover from an ACL injury better than pretty much anybody we've seen since AP. Number 6 for me, this is where I start going, hey, the running backs, I like James Robinson a lot. I love Elliott still. I don't care what people say. But you start looking at the wide receivers and you say to yourself, I mean, how can you argue Adams here? Because he could argue him at like freaking number 4 or 5. Sergio, glad you're here, Sergio. Smitty, I promised I would be here. I'm saucy. I appreciate you, Serge. Glad you made it, bro. Negative Karen says Adams at 6 is a trap. Well, hold our beer, Karen. We're going to go ahead and draft Adams at 6. Just hold our beer, please. I think you could argue Hill here. I think J-Rob needs to be in the conversation in this range. I think this is where I start entertaining Elliott, and I feel really good about that. Like, that's me wanting to grab Elliott a lot higher than that, but being patient and knowing that Elliott's got good value. Barkley and Elliott, I did a video on them recently. 2 very, very sneaky grabs. And I say sneaky because you gotta be patient. You gotta understand that they're gonna fall. So I really, really like Elliott and Barkley at these values. J-Rob's going to be interesting because J-Rob could, you know, tail off or something, and then we all of a sudden don't even have him in the top 15. Or J-Rob finishes on a tear and makes people all offseason long argue, you have J-Rob too low. Everybody just calm down. Fantasy football is up and down. And J-Rob's either going to be a steal here or a bust here. We don't know. So, J-Rob, all you J-Rob supporters, that's respect right there. Number 8 overall is pretty darn good respect. Yeah, Kyle, exactly. I'm going to tell on Kyle right now. Kyle said Zeke will be fine with Dak back. Relax. Okay. So, Elliott, or where is that? Where am I at? Let me get rid of these so I can make room. 10, 11, 12, whoa, 20. 12, 13, 14. I'm going to go. So we got Elliott, Aaron Jones is still there, Josh Jacobs is still there. Tell me if I'm missing anybody. I'm spitballing this, so I could definitely be overlooking something. Antonio Gibson. You could argue Nick Chubb, Mike Thomas, DK. Put DK there. What's up, Kango? MT. People are going to sleep on him too. I'm going to underline in green, or if I have green. These are the sleepers. You can't even see that. Stupid. And yes, I'll define sleeper however the hell I want. It's my show. These guys are being slept on. MT, Barkley, and Elliott. Little high for Scary Terry. Yo, Kango. Jacobs, Aaron Jones, Chubb, Kelsey, Hopkins. Hopkins is still a top 2 talent-based wide receiver. Volume, situation, tough to say. And we have news about Elliott right now. Let me pull it up. Is Pollard getting the go? Someone's saying Elliott ruled out. Ezekiel Elliott. He's questionable for week 14. Let's see if Twitter's speaking on it. I have right here 1 minute ago. Dallas Cowboys, Ezekiel Elliott to play versus Cincinnati. Are you spouting fake news, bro? Are you spouting fake news on the show, bro? Bro. Who said that? Who said Elliott isn't playing? Elliott is playing per Adam Schefter. Who said that? I will define sleeper however I want. It's my show. Damn straight, Kanish. Speaking truth. This is who said. This is who said it, bro. Where are you getting your information? Post it. Post it. We want to know where, because I'm calling fake news until we see it. And if you get it right. If you get it right, which I don't think you are, I think this is fake news, bro. Dropping fake news on the show, bro. If you get it right, we're gonna trust you as a news source. Oh, ruled active. That's not the one I was trying to find. Let me take a lap on that one.
Take a lap. Take
He did say it weird. It felt like it was inactive. Oh, bro. Let me take another lap.
a lap. Take a lap.
Take a lap.
Take a lap. Take a lap.
Take a.
Take a lap. Take
a.
a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap.
All right, back to the show. The news is Zeke Elliott is active. Broken news by our new correspondent. Where is he? Let me put it back on screen. Our new correspondent. We'll call him Double L. Double L is our new correspondent. I read his question wrong, which happens once every fourth show. Oh, God. I wish I could blame it on something, but it's just me. All right, back to the show. What were we talking about? Wide receivers? Oh, no, running backs. This mock draft, actually. Where do we rank Gibson? A lot of you were ready to call Gibson, Smitty, Gio, Kiki, Chark. I'm going to go Chark, then Gio in that order. Is CMC playing? I don't think he is. No, he's not. Gibson falls out of the top 15 because of injury. Sergio, I think you're going to be right, but what's crazy is people would have had him in the top 10 had he not gotten hurt. People are so quick to use injury and react. Oh, God. Gibson falls out, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to say, Eckler deserves some talk here. Aaron Jones deserves a look. Josh Jacobs could deserve a look. I think Ridley's going to command some respect around this area, but let's put Hopkins. Or, he could fall out. Maybe it's going to be... I want to put Ridley here, but I think he's going to fall. Try to get Ridley later. It's tough. Then you get to this range and it's crazy. It's crazy. This week, let me tell you my favorite starts of the week. We'll start off with QB. These are my top 5 finishes. Week 14 predictions. Number 1 finisher in week 14, Mahomes. And we'll call it we'll call it 300 and 325 and 3 TDs. Number 2 finish of the week. We'll go with Wilson. And we'll say Wilson has 275 and 3. We're going to go with Hubert as the number 4 scoring fourth scoring Herbert. Man, what am I on tonight? And we're going to put Herbert with 275 and 3 TDs, only because I wish I would have made Wilson higher because I'm going to predict higher numbers for Herbert, but I can't now. I'm boxed into 275 and 3. There you go. And I don't have room for tight ends right now, so we're just going to go running backs and receivers. We'll predict like tight ends. Okay, that's my top. We'll do top 3. That's all we can fit on the board. I will say I do think close finishes. A-Rod at Detroit. So A-Rod. I think Allen. Watson maybe, but I think those are the guys that would actually compete to be in that top 3, top 4. Running backs. Number 1 running back for the week. Henry. And we're going to spit out man. 145. Oh, I need to put that in red, don't I? 145 on the ground and 2 TDs. Nailed it. Nailed it. Number 2 for week 14. I'm going to say it's Cook. Some will say fake news, like I did with Double L's news post. Double L, did Double L leave? Sorry, Double L. You did some accurate news correspondent tonight, and I ripped you. Let's go ahead and put Cook with. I'm going to give him 90 rushing, 2 TDs with 45 receiving. Double L ruled inactive. It was the way he worded it, was it not? I wasn't the only one that saw it. He said it as if it was it's ruled in. I don't know, man. All right. Anyways, Eric, you're not gonna. Hey, you're playing. Brian says I'm playing against Cook and Aaron Jones. Well, you ain't gonna like this, bro. You ain't gonna like this. Aaron Jones, the 3rd best running back performance, and we'll give him 110. This is gonna Cook's gonna outscore Henry with these stats. We'll give Cook that. So now we have to make sure, so Henry, we can't go above 7 plus 4 plus 12, 23 points for Cook. Is that right? So Aaron Jones, 135 and 1. Something like that. 135 and 1 for Aaron Jones. Runners up, J-Rob. And J-Rob and I don't know, you could argue Chubb. I'm going to give you one that's going to upset you. I'll say CEH has a big week. You can compete with this, 4 to like 7 overall range. All right, let's go to wide receivers. Wide receivers. Number 1, look at the Green Bay Packers. Number 3 here. A-Rod was like 4th or 5th. We've got Adams. We've got Hill. This is not exciting because it's like the wide receivers are so easy. So all these positions, the top 3. Metcalf. But I'm going to give you more here because those are, Captain Obvious type stuff. We'll go 4. We'll go Ridley. And then let me come up with something shocking here at number 5. Number 5. This isn't shocking, but we'll go Jefferson. We'll go Jeff. We'll go Jeffy boy. 140 and 1. 120 and 1. 101. 101. 99 and 1. Everybody wins. Everybody wins in week 14. Surprise wide receivers. Don't be surprised if MT, who people have ranked so low this week, don't be surprised if MT has the top 5 wide receiver campaign. McLaurin could be top 5 this week. Diggs could for sure be top 5 this week. Thielen could be top 5 this week. Some really, really late picks would be Ayuk, could be top 10. Claypool could be top 10. Chart could be top 10. Antonio Brown could be top 10. Could be. Not all these guys. Just good potential. Deontay could have 2 touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb could be top 10. Higgins could be top 10. Bunch of good wide receivers. The only thing that makes me not want to go with the approach we talked about here, where I said that I was tempted to go wide receiver in the rounds 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I was saying that I'm tempted to go wide receiver, is the wide receivers are so deep. You could have down here in the late rounds have like Higgins, draft 1 wide receiver here, but have Higgins and, I don't know where Lamb's going to go. Depends on how he finishes, but I wouldn't be shocked if you could still get Lamb in redraft down past, round 3 or 4. And so if you have Higgins and Lamb, and let's say you take DK, those are good wide receivers, and then you can afford yourself to go running back, quarterback, or running back, or running back, whatever. Whoa, there. That's how I lose my pins. All right, we got a couple of super chats, and then I'm gonna call it a night. Appreciate all of you for being here. Blake, Swift, or Mike Davis, and who will have a better week, Allen or Murray? I'd probably go Josh Allen over Murray, but it's close. Swift, if he was 100%, we knew he was getting all the work, I probably would go Swift. I think Mike Davis is a tad safer, but the news might guide us tomorrow, Blake. But for now, I will tell you that I like Allen and Davis for now. Allen and Davis, yeah. Everyone just stop saying players are going to do good this week. Logan Thomas or fan. Coin toss says Thomas. Sean Watson or Justin Herbert. I probably go Herbert, but barely. Davis over Swift. Are you kidding me? No, Karen. I'm not kidding you. I'm dead serious, bro. Ryan or Rivers? I'm feeling Ryan. I think Ridley goes off, bro. Sergio says best show in Arizona, and I am in the same state. I'm actually like a mile or two away from the fantasy footballers, and so I appreciate that, Sergio. Are you in Arizona, Sergio? I do meet and greet type stuff, so I'd love for you to meet up when I do my next one. We got a group of AZ people here. And not to mention that I've been on the longest running fantasy football radio show in the world. No one's been on a longer radio show than our radio show, which ended because of COVID, because it was an on-site, remote, CBS Sports show, and it would take place in sports bars, mainly one sports bar, pretty much the whole 23 years. And COVID took it out. So it ended 23 years, longest radio show in the world for fantasy football. Nobody's had a show go that long. I highly doubt anybody ever will, because we're talking about terrestrial radio, not talking about somebody that's had a podcast that they say, oh, I've been doing the podcast for freaking, 27 years out of my basement. No, this was a freaking legit fantasy football radio show, the only one in the world that went 23 years. And so that's in Arizona. So I've got a little local following, and we're gonna do some meet and greet type stuff and do some fun pick 'em contests and stuff and meet at a sports bar. So get ready for that. Anybody in Arizona, get ready for that. Sergio's in Texas. Eric is in Boston. Anybody here? Where's everybody live? Everybody shout out their state. Who the heck came up with fantasy football? I forget his name. But I've been doing it since 93? 92, 93? Kentucky, Texas, Canada. Yeah, I came up with fantasy football. Nobody came up with fantasy football. Fantasy football came up with us, says Mr. B. Florida, says Jose. LA, Kango. North Korea gang, says Noah. Dallas, says Stuart. Indiana, Matt. Love Indiana, bro. If I could live anywhere off the grid, it'd be in Indiana, on a big house on a farm land, and just have the fantasy football show broadcasted from the state of Indiana. I love Indiana. Boston, Eric, Boston, Omaha, AA. Baston. Kyle, you from Baston? Smitty, Cousins, or Ryan? Ryan. What round Akers, Dobbins go in 2020? AA, I'm going to say Akers goes way too high. If he finishes really strong, second round, people are going to be overdrafting that guy. Baston. I'm from Baston. Originally from Massachusetts, live in Cali now, says Kyle. No way I'm starting Cousins over Ryan, says Noah. I feel like Ridley's going to go off, so it makes me want to say Ryan, bro. But Cousins could throw a TD to Jefferson, a TD to Thielen, and, lock himself into 2 touchdowns is a bad day. Good thing I'm not from Boston. I'm already annoying enough, says Mr. B. Your boy Jerry, Mark Andrews, or Hawkinson. Probably Andrews this week. Love the New Englanders. Do you watch the Pat McPhee show? No, I don't. I don't have time to watch anybody's show, man. I know who he is, but I don't watch it. I barely have time to wipe my own arse. And we have a lot of pooping that goes on in the studio these days. I don't know if you guys have watched my Instagram stories, but a lot of pooping goes on in the studio at night. Let me just say that. We got the newborn in here, and you'd probably be shocked if the newborn wasn't sitting in a rocking machine right here. I bet you'd be shocked. Smitty's rocking the co-host right now. Smitty Jr.'s debut probably on IG Live. Yeah, she's doing good, man. I love Ozark, Matt. Studio looks like it smells like poop right now, said Mr. B. It smells pretty good. When you have a newborn, nothing really smells the first week or so. It's all pretty tar based. Don't worry, I'll show you photos once they get ugly on Instagram. That's why you follow me on Instagram. Do you have a boy or just a girl? I have 2 girls. When is the next intern show? Matt, we need to get the views up on that because that takes a lot of my time. And when you guys don't share it, I can't rely on YouTube to spread the word because it's different content and their algorithm is weird. They recognize that it's not fantasy advice, that it's a show, and they dial back how much they shovel it out. And people aren't even getting notifications on it. Really, really weird. But if you guys aren't spreading the word about the intern show, I can't keep doing them because the amount of time it takes to do a sitcom, like a 12 to 15 minute sitcom, which if you guys have not watched my sitcom, go to my main YouTube page, click on, or if you scroll down to the intern, fantasy football intern show, give it a watch. It's like an Office meets the League, and it's an amazing show that I think could really take the fantasy football show places if it gets spread around. Because I want to create like a 23 episode season every year. Washington, Duke, Mostert, probably gonna go Mostert. I've been sharing it for you, Smitty. Thank you, Matt. But hopefully I have another episode 4 in another week or 2. Mr. B, just go to my YouTube page, the main page, and then scroll down 1 or 2 rows or whatever, and you'll see the fantasy football intern show. And it's got a photo of like all of us looking weird and eye patches on people, and you can't miss it. It's the fantasy football intern. So give it a watch, Mr. B, and comment. I want to see your comment, Mr. B. I want to see I'm going to search for it, Mr. B. And I better see a Mr. B comment where you say, oh my God, Smitty, I had no idea how funny this show was. Make sure you're honest, though. I'm going to be looking for that comment, Mr. B. And Kyle. Kyle, and Kyle, you know everybody's going to tell on you. Everyone's going to tell on you, Kyle, if you don't do this. They're going to rat you out. But I want to see Kyle and Mr. B comment because I guarantee you watch it, you're actually going to really like it. Episode 1's okay. Episode 2 and 3 are, I even think they're funny. Like, you know, I'm critical of my own crap. I'm critical of my own stuff, but one kind of sets it up. It's not super humorous. It's pretty good. But 2 and 3 are, I think, really funny shows. All right, I'm out of here. I appreciate all of you. Did I miss any super chats on the way out the door? Dario. Did I answer this one, Dario? Hunt, Jacobs, Dobbins, Claypool, pick 2. Hunt and Jacobs, if he's a go and everything looks good. If he isn't, I mean, Claypool, I think could be I like Dobbins, but I think Claypool could be a little bit craftier. But if Jacobs is a go, man, it's Hunt and Jacobs for me. You wouldn't be crazy to go Claypool and Jacobs, but we just got to make sure Jacobs looks really good in the morning. And I'll be live 1 hour before kickoff so we can talk about all that. What's wrong with my freaking... I don't know if it's my trackpad or my computer, but everything's delayed. What the hell? Good luck this weekend. Thanks, Kango. Thanks, Matt. you on before the games. Matt, I'm live 1 hour before kickoff every single morning, Sunday morning, bro. So I will see you here, Matt. Dario, appreciate you. Kango, Stewart, Double A, Mark Cleveland, Dario, Kyle and Dario, Mr. B and Kyle. Very glad to have you guys a part of the community. I will say that. And I'll be looking for your comments on episode 2 and 3 specifically of the Fantasy Football Intern Show. Sergio, see you later. Sergio, glad you made it, bro. Jerry, even Karen, glad you made it, Noah. Your boy Jerry, all you guys that have been commenting all show long. JC, I'm getting your emails. Kango, Gallman or Taylor, Fanta. I'm gonna say Gallman's safer, bro. I'm out of here. See you in the morning. 1 hour before